Okay. Cheers, Johan.
Yeah.
Yes, see a bit of mixed feelings today.
Unfortunately, I'm like it was too hard for me to not be a Bulls fan.
Yeah.
Couldn't help myself.
Pretorianers, we are Bulls fans.
Yeah.
And yes, how happy were they after the game? But let's run through a few things. We're just going to do a quick one because we've got another day planned with the Stormers video and
I enjoy a quickie.
And a bit of a braai as well and so forth. Okay, so but I mean this is worth talking about from a Bulls point of view and an SAA point of view. So I thought I was happy with Joseph Dweba when the game started, but then the set piece the lineouts sort of went array a bit.
Fell apart. I couldn't tell whether it was just him because I saw the Bulls hooker as well, a couple of smooth throw-ins, but way too many steals by the Bulls.
Yeah, originally I thought it was really good that he found his jumpers at the back so well, the first 3 or 4 lineouts. But I still think Dweba will be a good backup if he's needed, because he's a big, strong guy, a good scrummager, a good ball carrier, and those things can be fixed. We must remember that Jake White is a wily fox and a World Cup winner himself.
Yeah.
So he probably did a bit of homework himself. Yeah.
And also the Bulls in the Rainbow Cup. Had one of the best lineouts.
Yes. So
that would have put pressure on Dweba.
Yes, definitely. But they're a well coached team. I saw some comments on Facebook and so forth about this is a team that lost to Benetton, but we can't only look at that.
No.
They're a good squad. They're coached by a very good coach. So I think they are a well coached team, and they were good opposition for an SAA
Excellent
team.
opposition.
Yeah. We're worried about our options at number 8.
It's funny that Marcel Coetzee wasn't there. What is the reason for that? Is it because he's being told he must come into the Springboks setup, or what?
So many things have went through my mind. Maybe the guys, maybe he's got COVID, and the guys have thought, let's not publicize these COVID cases. Let's keep it under wraps a bit more and so forth. Maybe he's training with the Springboks. I don't know.
Yeah.
But in my mind, he should have been there to show what he can do in case he's needed at a later stage for the Springboks. For everything that Kwagga does brilliantly, I just think he's a little bit light. For a Springbok number 8, we pride ourselves on physicality and having a dominant. We saw it with Pierce Spies years ago. We need a dominant guy at the breakdown at number 8. I think, my opinion.
I have to argue with you always.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But if we're looking for speed to counter the Lions' quite speedy loose trio, maybe he's not a bad option. Yeah,
no, I think if you look at the opposition, maybe he can work. And if you look at what you pick in other places, being Pieter Steff being a huge number 7, and Jasper Visser, if he needs to come off after 60 minutes, he gives you a lot of physicality. Then, or maybe if Kwagga comes on after 60 minutes and gives when guys are a little bit tired, he gives you that speed across the field.
But what has changed my mind a little bit about that is the fact that we're going to be playing in Cape Town and not on the high veld where it's fast and hard.
Yes.
The surface.
Yes, for the first test specifically.
It looks like they're going to
possibly all 3 tests.
Possibly all of them.
Yeah. I hope not.
I'm just...
Yeah. But Aussie will fight for the other 2 tests to be here. But yes, so many things just change without people really giving you a lot of time to think about it. I mean, this game was confirmed yesterday.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't much notice to us.
Who knows? Yeah. Yeah, the fixture was on Sportstats before it was on Supersport and Rugby 365. I would just like to put that out there in case the 2 people that go onto our site want to go have a look there.
Yeah, just go check.
Then we said the scrum is a little bit a bit of a worry. I haven't seen us really dominate scrums against the British and Irish Lions on Wednesday and today against the Bulls. It was basically 50-50, the scrum penalties, not a lot of pushovers and that sort of thing. So not the type of scrums that we saw for in the World Cup against England, I would say.
Yeah. Are we going to miss the beast, I think?
We will miss that. You always miss someone like the beast.
Yeah. But, I mean, credit to the Bulls as well. The Bulls had a good scrum this season.
Yes, yeah, they have had a good scrum. It was a
So-
completely new prop in Matanzima, but they held up well.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the Springboks did, SAA did struggle against the Lions on Wednesday.
Yes, yeah. So that is a bit of a worry because we tend to think that we will dominate in that part of the field. Specialist locks is a worry. We played with one out-and-out lock. I like Nico Jan Franse van Rensburg. I think I like his skill set. I like his line-out work, even though he lost a lot of line-outs. I don't know how much that was his fault. But a few nice passes and so forth. But he's a lighter type of typical number
Mobile.
5 mobile lock. And then Jean-Luc Dupré didn't look like a lock to me
Yeah.
in a Springbok jersey. He might be a good lock for sale, but not for the box. I don't think it's what we need. So where is Luit? Is he fit? Is the COVID gone? What's going to happen? Has he gotten rid of his injury? We know nothing about
Has he
him.
played?
Has he played any? Has he practiced?
Yeah.
We don't know anything. So I still think maybe JD Skikkeling is playing tonight against the Lions. That's a player that I like. Maybe there's reason for him to be brought into the squad if RG cannot play in the test, but we'll have to wait and see. Dalenda looked very good. There's a lot said in the press about Guscott and saying that we can't pass in the midfield and that we're a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it looked that bad.
Yes, but Guscott he loves himself. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no.
Did you watch that video?
I saw what he said and so forth, but I like it when we are underdogs.
Yes.
So I don't really want to counter what he said.
Yeah.
Rassie putting clips together of Owen Farrell. I don't know if I completely agree with that. I would have liked to have just said, say what you want to say, and we keep our dignity and we keep quiet. We'll prove ourselves on the field.
Yeah.
But now there's this whole war has begun. But it's cool for the press. It's cool for people who
everyone
watch
loves
it. And people love it.
Yes.
And
Rassie's known for that sort of thing with with that video of Andre Esterhuizen being told to tackle.
Oh
nice
yes, and he
high
made the whole
without
thing
arms.
with it.
Yeah.
It's good fun. I think Gatland would also see it as good fun. Hopefully, yeah. Yes, and then we would have to make a whole separate video about Johan Goosen.
Oh my goodness, that guy's a revelation. His timing on the pass.
Yes.
So like whereas many other fly-offs, like I'm a Morné Steyn fan, but
Yeah.
he doesn't have that timing.
No.
Like Johan Goosen waits, he waits, and then he puts a
Yeah.
guy away in space. You know.
It's stuff you can't coach.
Yeah.
He's just a pure talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he kicks the ball a mile.
He kicks it a mile in Cape Town.
Yes.
Yeah. I think if there's any injury or any worry, look, this guy's played inside and outside centre, fullback,
Yeah.
fly half.
Yeah.
If anything happens now, he should probably come into the team.
If Frans Steyn and
Yeah.
Willemse get injured,
That's also a weird thing. I thought Frans Steyn, who looks a bit overweight and unfit, he should have been on the bench today.
yeah,
You know, to get a bit game. The time we saw him play, he wasn't very good.
yeah.
But I just thought about that in the back of my mind. But in any case, Goosen, absolute class. Just played a huge part in the Bulls winning the game.
And he's not going to be what we've struggled with over many seasons. The Bulls is our fly-offs play well, whichever players play well, and then they get called up to the Springboks, or they go overseas. If we have Goosen at fly half through the Currie Cup when it's there in September when the Springboks all away, we're going to be dominant.
For the United Rugby Championship, he's going to be a big trump card.
Yeah.
Okay, so the depth is obviously a worry if you lose against a provincial team. The depth for the SAA team. We don't want any more injuries or anything like this. The match day 23 for the Springboks, I think it's sorted out. And it was a bit of a worry that we're going to talk about the guys who put their hands up just now, but the depth is a worry. Definitely.
It does make sense now why Rassie wanted another game against the Lions.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, if his match day 23 is basically playing against these guys,
Yeah.
it makes sense that
Yeah.
he wants to.
They can only learn from this.
Yeah.
They can only get better from this. Rassi would have seen now what he needs to work at.
It's hard
So-
to pinpoint though. It was just a general,
So it's a good first half, and the second half it was just all Bulls.
yeah.
I made a few notes, and all my notes were about the first half.
But we knocked the ball on. I mean, the Bulls
Yeah.
knocked the ball on so frequently in the first half,
Yeah.
even the second half, where
Yeah.
it was just that last pass that needed a stick in, and we would have been away.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
maybe the first half score flattered SAA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like Nick Mallet said after the game, if Roscoe Speckman held on to the ball once without passing, and the other time he should have passed instead of holding on to the ball, that would have been 2 more tries for SAA, and then it would have been slightly different as well.
Yeah, but either way, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm saying the Bulls could have scored as
Bulls
well.
were brilliant,
Yeah.
They could have scored. Also a few loose passes, silly passes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they actually got into the game in the second half because they were also rusty.
Mm.
They also haven't played in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, we said silly mistakes by the Bulls. It was a scrappy game. Both teams looked rusty, lack of game time, but the SAA squad will have to, or the Springbok squad will have to learn from this and work hard at a few things.
Yeah. Do you think Rassi's going to be concerned about this?
I think there will be a little bit of concern for players that will be part of the 23 that didn't really put their hand up.
Yeah.
When Jasper Visser came onto the field, he looked quiet, but he looked quiet because they didn't have ball
Yeah.
and they didn't have go-forward ball. I think the players that could possibly start did well.
Mm.
I think Fassi, when SAA were on the front foot, he looked good because he might have to start if Willy's out.
Yeah.
So he was probably the best player for the SAA team, and we're happy with that because he might have to step up into the Springbok squad.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm just biased,
Yeah.
but I always like Marco van Staden.
Yeah.
You know, I thought he played quite well.
I also think that he gives you more than Kwagga, in a way, from a starting perspective. In that he is a fetcher, he's a ball carrier, he's probably not as skillful as Kwagga, but for the type of rugby the Springboks play, I think he would be a better option at number 8 for me personally.
Yeah.
More experience in a Springbok setup than Jasper Visser. But leave that to Rassi. He can decide what he needs to do there. I said Jesse showed 1 or 2 good things, but yet again, is the out-and-out starter, and Jesse's a bit behind as far as that's concerned.
Yeah. All he has really is carries.
Yes.
To me, I don't know.
Yeah, not enough vision
Yeah.
of what's around him. Okay. But great game, Bulls.
Yeah.
And a few guys, I think a few future Springboks are going to come out of this team.
I hope not, because
Yeah.
I don't want to lose players.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
Cool.
cheers.
Cheers.